right here. Now the first thing I'm going to do is put those two holes in. So they're offset a ½ inch each way. So I'm going to do an offset of 0.5 and come this way and this way. And let's draw those two holes. So those are circles and they are, okay, so 0.0625 is the radius. And let's do a copy on that from there to there. Now I'm done with these construction lines. Okay, so I put the holes in. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to define my points that the curve goes through. Okay, so I'll do all of them just in one sequence. So I'm going to do all my horizontals first. So I'm going to do an offset. And the first one is 0.25 inches. And I'm going to offset this character. And I'm going to go right into offset again. And now I'm 0.5. And I guess I could have done 2.2 if I would have looked a little further. Heck, I could have done them all. 0.75. Now I'm stuck with doing each one individually. And then the last one is 0.969. Okay, so there's those grids. Now let's do the vertical grids. So again, I'm right back into offset. And this one is, the first one is 0.703. That's there. The next one is 0.949. The next one, 1.072. And the last one, 1.109. I should add something up here. I think I got a bad number, 1.109. Okay. Now, use a P-line. Okay. So let me just real quickly, here's my two original datums. Let me put those on a different layer. There they are. Okay, can you see that? Now I'm going to do a P-line. And I'm going to start at the top here, and I'm just going to follow my grids. Go there, 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 down to there. So use a P-line. Now, I'm going to then delete all this, and I'm just going to mirror this stuff now. Okay, so I'll mirror this one, and I'll go this way. Now I'm going to mirror both of these two, and I'll go this way. Then I'm going to use the join command to join them all together. Oops, accidentally got that. And then I'm going to use the fit option. Okay, those are all P-lines, so I double click it, go into the fit option. There's my plate.
Okay, so you can't cheat once you get the mirror part. You can't do ellipse and catch the points once the major minor once you make it to
You want to be careful because now you're making a spline.
I bet you.
You use the ellipse. This thing's now a spline, which they did change this version. You can create solids now out of splines. All previous versions, you could not. You'd only get a surface.
But I mean, that would be the same size if you do the ellipse because you have your points mirrored, right?
No, this isn't an ellipse. You aren't going to get an ellipse to fit this. You've got to use the spline line or the P line. I'm still hung up because I've done 3D drafting up until this last version, and you could never get a solid out of a spline. This is the first version that has happened to. So it's always P lines. Yes?
So I did a 3-point arc, and then I did continue.
Those are splines also.
That's a spline.
Yep, those are going to go splines. Now, we also got with this version a way to change splines to P lines. You can do that, but there's other things that happen in there. I would recommend you just go to a P line. It does everything perfect for you. Now, once you got it joined together, you still have to do your extrudes and everything, right? Okay, because this thing's not done. So let's go ahead and finish making it. So I'm going to extrude this guy, and it goes minus, what is the thickness of this? 0.063. So minus 0.063. Okay. And then I'm going to extrude my two holes. And again, these are subtracted, so I don't care about a distance. I just make sure they're longer. And then I subtract. From this, these, it is now built. So let me delete my datums. Go to conceptual view. And you can now see that plate. Okay? All right, we only have one other item, which is the arm. Do you want me to do that one? Yeah, I'll do the arm. Okay. So, I'm gonna go ahead and just delete this drawing.
So is my spline thing wrong then? I mean, I did exactly the grid thingy, and I did follow it, and I mirrored it, and I just did, then I just used the points instead of doing the whole line, so should I redo it?
I would redo it, and I would stick with P lines.
Okay, I already have the grid, I already have it.
We've got all these spline stuff that came in this version. It may work perfectly.
Well, I say.
History has shown me when AutoCAD gives you something new, it probably got some things that aren't gonna work correctly for a couple versions. They gotta iron out the bugs.
Okay.
These are pretty complicated math processes that this thing's going through for this.
Like I said, I say grid, so.
Now, certainly, my thoughts might change on that. Next year, I might tell everybody, go straight to a spline because now it's proven to work. But we gotta evolve to the tools that we have. All right, I'm gonna do the next one then, which is the last one, which is the handle. Again, I'm gonna start this one on the front view. Now, I'm gonna probably do this a little different than most of you might think of doing. I'm gonna do this with sub-object selection. I want this to be my front view. Okay? But I'm gonna use for my datum on this, since it's got these two pieces that stick out that are different than this guy, I'm going to use a datum or my zero surface as a line that goes right down the center of this thing. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to draw this 2D shape this way. Now I need, let's see, I need two shapes, three shapes. I need one for this positive handle. Now, since I'm drawing it at the center, I actually need more than this. I gotta do this one separate. So I'm gonna have, let me backtrack. Three positive shapes. This one, this cylinder, and this cylinder are my three positive. Now I'm drawing them right here, so I'll extrude them out. I'll use sub-object selection to pull them back out the other way. Okay, this way. Because the only thing that's pulled out is this one and this one. I could move them and do it different, but I'm gonna try a different method here. I do need two negative shapes. I need this one and this one. And again, I'll use sub-object selection because I'm going to choose a datum right here in the middle. Now, if you wish to, you can set a datum right here. That's fine. It works just fine. But I'm going to do this one just slightly different. Okay. So I'm going to the front view, and I'm going to draw my shapes. First thing I need is my horizontal line, and the length of this guy is 3. Oh, darn it. Lock that polar end. 3. Okay. So there's that. Let's put our circles on. Okay, so I need a circle right here that has a diameter of 1.125. That's my big one. And I've got one at 0.563 also right there. Then go to the other side.
0.438.
There's 0.438.
0.8.
Hold on, I think I'm still working radius. Diameter.
Now, this is
The arm.
this is the top view.
875.
No, front.
Or this is front.
0.875. Okay. And I'm going to do a line, tangent, and tangent. Mirror that to the other side.
Oh,
Got to put my little keyway in.
That was quick. Did I never think of that?
Offset. So my width is 0.126. So half of that would be 0.63 for an offset. Not 6.3, 6.63. Offset. 0.063. and the depth is 0.77, 0.077, offset 0.077. So I need it there, back, back, back. Okay. So there's my shapes. Now, when you're doing this one, the trick to this one, I think, is you want to make and put stuff on separate layers because you have a lot of shapes that are the same that you're going to sit right on top of each other. Because I need a shape for my middle handle that goes from here to here, back around, and then back around. So I need 2 circles for that because I need one for this cylinder here, and I need one for here. So you want to kind of make sure that you're taking care of this stuff. So let me build the inside one first. So I'm just going to do a trim on, get rid of that, that. Now I'm going to do a P-line, or a joint, and my shape is here, this one, and this one. Okay? That's going to build that web. Right? Now that is now a P-line. Okay, so if I grab that, you see it's one shape. Okay? Now before I move this, I'm going to recreate those circles that I just trimmed up because I still got this big positive shape here and this one out here. So I'm going to go into the circle command and real quickly redraw those 2 circles. Okay? Now I'm going to take this one and throw it on the 0 layer. And freeze that layer. Oh, I'm going to put my keyway on the wrong spot. It goes on here, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's okay.
That's all, I'll just move, I'll move it right quick. Now, this is positive, so that's a shape by itself. This is positive shape by itself. That's a negative shape by itself, it's already done. I just need to redo this negative shape right here. So to do that, I drew that in the wrong spot. Thank you for telling me that, folks. Okay, so let's go ahead and do a trim. Sometimes when you go 3D, how many of you have not had the trim recognize stuff? Because, now what's going on there is that, remember, I'm in the 0 plane here, right? And I did trim and I did enter, enter. I never selected an edge. So it goes to the 0 plane and it tries to select everything. But I may have a snap that's not in the 0 plane and it won't recognize it. Or based on sub-object selection, since I've got that on, I might be resting on something else and it's looking and playing out here. It will work, but you gotta not use the shortcut. Okay, don't use the shortcut here. So let me do a trim. Now I'm gonna trim on here and here. I need to go in and select those 2. Now it should recognize it. Oh, if they join. That's enough. That's the old standard. Let me make sure I got this. That's a .077.
Keep it.
Right.
And make sure that still lines up.
Yeah, and then you can extra your.
And I need to move this guy from here to there. And now, so trim, select that, select this, and now it should trim. Okay. Now I'm going to join that together. Okay, now I should have my negative shape. Okay. Now I'm going to turn on my 0 layer, and I'm getting ready to make these. So I'm going to go to the OBJ. Okay. So I'm getting ready to extrude. Now I'm going to extrude them at different distances. Remember, I'm on the middle here. I'm on the middle. So my thickness of the handle, 0.625, I got to do a little math.
251.
Okay, I'm going to check you if you don't mind.
Yeah, that's not right.
I'm 0.625 divided by 2.
Maybe .375 or something like that.
Then I have .374, wait,
I got 0.3125 as where the center is. Oh, wait, I did that
I have my
wrong.
2 numbers, I don't know which one's which. I remember we wrote it down.
And I'm going to subtract .187 twice. Can't run this dang calculator. 0.62 minus.
So now you can override that.
Minus 187. So I've got a thickness of my handle of 0.251.
That's what I said.
Okay, thank you.
So now,
Now I need half of that.
you're in the right name.
So that number is divided by 2, so it's 0.125. Now if I go to 4 decimal places, it's 0.125.
Wow.
All right, so we're going to extrude, and I'm going to take this guy, and it's going to extrude positive, hit enter twice, undo, extrude this guy, and the distance is 0.1255. Okay, now that's half my handle. Okay, now to show you how this works, I'm going to use sub-object selection to do it. That's this little icon right here, right, with dynamic UCS. I'm going to turn off my gizmos. Actually, dynamic UCS, that's what it is. Now, I'm going to come back over here, hold the control key down, and select that face, and I get that little red dot, right? That means I can extrude that face. So I'm going to extrude it, I'm going to lock my cursor in, and I'm going to move it out that distance. 0.1255. Is that what I'm doing? Yes. Now, if I switch that over, see how I'm now,
Yeah.
there's my center line right there. I've given it thickness both ways. Okay. Now I'm going to do the exact same thing with these other shapes. So we're going to do an extrude on this, and then both of them come out the same, right?
Yeah.
So I can do both these at the same time. Okay, so those, and they're coming out a positive,
0.187.
now I'm going half of 0.625.
Oh.
So 0.625, remember my datum's in the middle. So 0.3125. 3125. Okay? Now I'm going to switch back to the back side. Hit the control key, get that little deal, and I'm going this way. Lock your cursor in, 0.3125. Get the other one,
It's much easier than drawing another circle on that side to extrude and then join them.
and yeah, 0.3125. And make sure that cursor is locked in. Okay, so there's those. Now I'm ready to union all those together, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's union these three shapes. Now I'll switch to a conceptual view just so you can see what we got going here. Okay, so there's my shape. I'm going to go back to 2D. Now on this guy, keep in mind, you're doing a subtract. So who cares about distances, just that you get through the object. Okay, so I'll do an extrude on this one, and I'll just go ahead and shoot them out there. I'm going to go to the back of them. I'm going to use, I haven't tried doing two of these at once. See if I can do them both. Hey, nice, look at that, huh? And let's subtract from this, and this.
Bingo.
And we're now done. Okay?
Quicker than I had it.
You just highlighted it and grabbed it?
Control key, click on the surface. And then I just left clicked on that red dot and pull it.
So if you had built it, you said you could do it from the back, if you built it from back there, then you only have to extrude in one.
Yes. So I could have built those shapes on the same middle plane, switched to the right side view, and taken this shape and just moved it back a little ways. But that one back a little ways, but it's a little everything.
But it would then mess up the middle handle part.
Yeah, he says it doesn't work that way.
Well, you'd have to pay attention to datums, because then I would be dealing with two different datums. I'd have a datum on this back plane, or the front plane, either or. And then I'd have a datum on either this surface or that surface, because I've got
Right.
two different datums on that, in that instance. I elected to go with one datum down the center.
So you show us how to reflex.
How to what?
How to put them all in one line?
Yep,
Yeah,
we're
that's-
gonna do that next.
Yes,
Okay.
that's what I can't.
Now, if you guys haven't paid attention to some of these, what if I screwed up this shape right here? Can I get rid of that shape?
See all of that.
No, because you already used it.
Oh, yes,
Oh,
I
yeah,
can.
oh, you have to do it twice.
No.
You have to make a surface.
If I screwed this up and I wanted to redo
Oh, that's
this,
right, you collect.
what I would do is
the
I'd
surface.
copy this face. Okay? So I've got the line work. But I can get rid of this. I can hit Control, select that inner surface, hit Delete, okay? And what does it do?
Control, what do you
Control and-
Sub-object selection.
Sub-object
Now, I still got
selection.
this little slot. I need to get rid of it.
Be right there.
I'm gonna delete it.
That one.
No, it'd be that one.
Come back in, now I got this surface. Delete, now I'm back to a full surface. Okay, so just by deleting surfaces, you can also edit this if you wish. That's all in chapter 12.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is done. I'll close this drawing, and let's build our last drawing.
So these are.
Control.
Extra, this is existing stuff versus.
Now, I have noticed with this version of AutoCAD, we are having problems with the XREF command. It is not coming in the exact same way. It's actually coming in 90 degrees to what you ask it to. And I told you at the start, line everything up on the front view and it'll all snap in. It's coming in 90 degrees to that, but it's still coming in on the right plane. So, let me show you how I would do this. I'm gonna actually take this.
Is it what?
I've set it on my front view. Now, let me do an XREF.
Well, it looks like a knife
So I'm gonna see if I can fool the computer.
I'm worried.
So I'm doing XREFing, and I'm gonna go out, and I'm gonna grab my body, and say, open. Now, my body's set to the front view.
Pull that sidewalk.
So I'm gonna open it,
And
and I'm gonna paste it into the drawing.
To the front door. If that makes sense.
and let me do a zoom extents.
And this is gonna
That's
get
what I
cut
did.
out.
Now, notice how it came in. It actually came in on the top view,
Yeah.
right? Which is fine, because I can rotate them later. Now, everything is, and I front, this was front originally, and now I'm in my front view. It should have come in with this edge looking right at me. And that did on previous versions. This version, for some reason, it's coming in a plan view. I haven't found a switch to get rid of that yet. So, can I fool the computer?
Extra.
I'm sure you can.
We haven't done.
We know it's gonna come in 90 degrees off.
It's so hard.
So
Can I switch my
Remember
UCS?
that, but once you do it a few times, you know, it just.
What if I switched it 90 degrees that way? Okay, so let me detach this guy, get rid of it. Now, I'm gonna switch this to the bottom view. Now I'm gonna XREF it back in again. And I'm gonna go 0, hit enter, zoom extents.
And it still came in.
What happened? Same thing, right? Still came in on the top view. It's always coming in with a plan orientation. There's nothing you can do about it. So live with that. And let's fix it. Let's fix
He's
it.
trying to convince himself.
Yeah, I know, look at that, you're screwed, okay.
So I'm gonna go back to my front view so I have control of everything. I'm gonna do my front view.
Right.
Now, I'm just gonna slap these drawings in here as quick as I possibly can. Let me bring my XREF back over here so you can see it. So first I gotta detach this one. Okay, so let me just start throwing these drawings in here. So body, okay, okay,
And then I was gonna,
click.
and then I.
And I'm not even gonna worry about typing in coordinates. I ain't gonna worry about it.
I was drawing it in there, and then I was figuring
Okay,
out
the
the
next
square
one.
footage of the building, and I was saying,
Plate,
it's not gonna be enough for our hacks and coffee
Open.
shop, you know.
Okay,
Probably
click.
20. How
Next
many
one.
hacks can we store?
what was that? So I haven't done the shaft yet. Okay, let's get the next one.
So if it was coming in with the right view, you would be putting them all at 0, 0.
Yeah, and then I would still have to have the original drawings all at 0, 0, so that they still came in the same spot. And I think we're gonna have to just fool this thing afterwards. Let me do the arm. We had 5 pieces.
Container.
The retainer was the last one? Okay, so this guy. Okay,
Oh, good, that's on my came in long enough.
now,
Yeah, let's
you'll
just-
notice that they all came in, but they all came in on the plan view. I want this to be my front view.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna, you know me, I do not like going 3D. Because I've learned that that just umps the
Yeah.
stuff. So I'm gonna
Yeah,
rotate
it
this.
is. Yep.
And I'm gonna rotate it to the front view. So I'm gonna go to, well, before I do that, let me move things. I'm just gonna draw myself a line here,
Right on.
So you're probably okay with 12,
because I'm on my front view.
even if you're
You know what I need to rotate
Power
first.
truck through there.
So I'm gonna go to my right side view. Now, I see all of those objects. I can do a simple rotate here. So I'm gonna rotate everything, and I'm gonna grab it here, and I'm gonna rotate it minus 90 degrees.
So.
Now, notice what, like on this body, now it has now put this in my front view, because I'm looking at it in my right view. So if this is my right view, isn't this my front? Let me go back to my, actually, let me draw my line here first. Okay, so I'm just gonna draw myself a vertical line, horizontal line, and I'm gonna rotate that up. Now you can see as I come to my front view,
You come over the last time.
everything is lined up, right? Now I'm just gonna line everything on that line I had. So I'm gonna do a move on this guy. I'm gonna get down in here, let me do conceptual look. And I'm gonna do a center snap on that center, move
Can I
this.
just go and freeze your layer that you have your center line on?
No, I want my center line. So I'm doing a move. My base point is gonna be this.
4.5 hours.
Gotta get your right center here, let me force it to go to
Get up
center.
there.
And I'm on that one. And then I'm gonna come in here and do a nearest snap on this line. Then I'm gonna grab my next one. So I'm gonna do a move, and I'll use my center snap right there,
I drove in about 20 yards.
and I'm gonna come and do a nearest right about there. I'm gonna do my next one. Move, and I need, yeah, that center will get it.